Episode 194, Sin 94.
194.
Yeah. Almost a lost tapes episode. We were recording. We were about 20 minutes in. Then my computer blew up. So I had to go steal one from somebody. No, I'm just joking. My computer
Pretty fast.
out.
I'm impressed.
You know what I'm saying? My computer blanked out, and so we got to start over. But we were only 52 minutes into the Real Madrid versus Atalanta match. You know what I'm saying?
The episode.
No. So, we didn't miss too much. Also, in that episode that little bit that got lost, Caesar and I got into a fight. We were calling each other racial slurs. So that y'all don't have to hear that now.
Maybe they wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, y'all could hear Caesar saying stuff about being dark-skinned. You know, Caesar.
What?
You know, Caesar hates actual black people.
What's actual mean? What the hell?
But yeah, this is episode 194. We got a lot to talk about today. We're going to recap Real Madrid versus Atalanta again and talk a little bit about your boy Eden Hazard's injury. Hopefully Caesar's going to turn up for that because he is a Real Madrid fan. We're going to talk a little bit about your boy CR7. This is Caesar's second time hearing what are you doing, cleaning some Jordans? What are you doing over there? Oh, you muted it. Okay. Caesar got a little mute button on the microphone. Okay, big baller. Okay. Looking at my mic, I ain't got no buttons on here. We're going to talk a little bit about your boy, the African Cristiano Ronaldo. And we're going to talk a bit about Yunus Musah joining U.S. men's national team. He had some other options. And we'll talk about why Messi fans are mad at We Made It Podcast Twitter, which you can follow at We Made It Podcast on Twitter. And you can go read We Made It Podcast articles on Medium. Oh man, I thought my computer was tripping again. They did some thing. I was like, oh God. But yeah, Caesar, let's go ahead and start over this Real Madrid match. I'll just say my formation thing, and hopefully you won't get triggered talking about standardized tests and whatever the hell you was talking about last time. Oh, nice. I got him mad again. So Real Madrid was coming into this. Go watch on YouTube so you can see Caesar doing the what was that challenge? Mannequin challenge. Oh, Caesar's doing a good job. Go ahead and follow. Actually, what the hell? Make sure you go follow We Made It C's on Twitch. Big numbers going up over there. Caesar be having big numbers on them videos after they post. You know, I be lurking. I'm like, God dang, big numbers over there.
Can I admit something to you?
What's up? Are you buying them?
No, I'm not.
Are you buying views?
Sometimes I saw that my numbers are pretty big. I was like, that's crazy. And then whenever I see someone that more follows me, I'm like, let me look at their views. I'm like, damn, I'm getting more views than them. I'm low-key kind of popping off over here. Or I be seeing people that be having like little mini sponsorships. I'm like, what? You got sponsors? I got more views than you all the time. Like, what the hell? I gotta start doing some emailing.
C's over here putting real effort into.
I gotta start shooting some emails out, get us some sponsors.
Who the hell is us?
Then be like, I gotta do a podcast too called We Made It Podcast.
Don't nobody care.
Before the show, we could be like, make sure you guys get fade grips.
See, don't nobody care about We Made It Podcast, but you know what they care about is We Made It C's popping on Twitch. Now, I must say that We Made It C's Twitch streams are better when I'm in there, but I'm not in there that often. So, go there for him. Stream season.
You also didn't see my Rampart win, but go ahead.
Ooh, stream season, they're turning up. Best believe if you follow, he's gonna do a nice little.
No. Only if you raid or you don't know, or then I'll do a. I'll do some. I'll do some. If you donate or raid, I'll do something just for you.
I was going to make fun of Stream C's, but I'm going to leave it alone. But just know C's over there caking up, too.
I mean, them Twitch payouts have been nice.
just caking up. Your boy want a whole 5-3. Your boy
I
want
haven't
to.
even seen you in person to give you $5. Relax.
Your boy want to get a Texas big roll. Okay, I can't get one Texas.
No. You want to get one of the big licorices on there. You got to get the little mini pack from Big Lots.
I gotta get the sphere when I can't get the circle joint.
You got to go up to the Goodwill and give them $3 and then you take a handful and we'll leave the store. You don't get to actually get the whole pot.
Caesar getting me the honey bun without the icing. I gotta get
come on, dog.
I gotta get the without the icing honey
Remember
bun.
like the Texas cinnamon rolls? Some crusty cinnamon rolls that I was still munching on. I probably got all the diseases from that. I ate those my whole life.
You feel me? Oh, see, but also, C's and I are both half vaccinated. If you're living in the California, I don't know about the rest of the United States, but if you're in California, at least Southern California, just go on CVS.com. You'll get yourself an appointment. It's not that difficult. What?
It's difficult if you're not in certain. If you don't meet the requirements listed on there.
Caesar, it's very easy. I got somebody one. See, I got somebody one very fast.
Yeah, the other person you got damn near arrested, but good job.
That wasn't me, actually. That was her family. But when I hopped on CVS.com, we got 3 different places. Literally, she's going down the street. I got to go all the way to Watts. She's going down the street. But
you know how it is. When you help others, they be getting hooked up for real.
But you know what I'm saying? If you're in Southern California, you know, it's a free-for-all at this point. Everybody's eligible. Do your thing. Get vaccinated because, you know, we're trying to get past this COVID-19 pandemic.
Also, just want to say my first family member finally got a vaccine in Brazil. My grandma just got her first drive-by vaccination. Lord knows what it was. It's the one from Russia that they ordered. That's literally my first family member that got a vaccine. That's crazy.
Well, you know, Bolsonaro was taking forever, but
I have many older family members, a lot of older family members. The first one was my grandma. That's crazy.
I don't think that they ordered the Russian one. I know they ordered Johnson.
They did. They ordered 4 million of them.
The Russian one.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I know they ordered. Okay, you know what? Let's not get into it.
Yeah, now we're going geopolitics. Let's do it.
But make sure you follow Power Report too. You can hear me. And
yes. Please follow Power Report.
Yeah,
episode coming soon.
We can hear us talking about big politics. But anyway, Champions League is back. Champions League is lit. We both watched Real Madrid versus Atalanta. We were seeing if Atalanta, the big hipster pick, could turn it around against Real Madrid. Real Madrid was coming in with a 1-0 lead. That was an away goal. Now, I just want people to know that I'll say me and C's. Me and C's fought last episode that got lost, so we won't fight this one.
And the lost tapes, yeah.
Yes. C's and I, we do real analysis here. We're not no cap analysts. I'm watching the match. They show the formation on the screen before the match. That formation was cap. They had I guess it was a 4-3-3. I don't even remember what it was, but I just saw the 4 in the back. And they had Mendy at left back.
It was Ramos, I remember it.
Ramos and Varane as center backs and Nacho at right back. So I literally wrote in my notes, Nacho at RB. Then the match starts. And I'm seeing Nacho's playing over next to Mendy. So there so now there's 3 center backs. I'm like, these people lied. So I don't know if hold on one second.
I remember the formation myself.
So they're either playing
5-3-2.
I don't want to say
it was more like a 5-3-2 because if you look at a lot of offensive possessions, Vinicius and Benzema will parallel a lot.
Yes, you're right. So I was going to I don't want to say that Real Madrid is playing a 5-3-2 because it's so lame. I would rather say
I think it was only circumstantial. I think it was only literally going forward. It was a very modified set. It was just depending on how the rhythm of the game was going. But yeah.
I'd rather say they're playing a 3.
A 3?
No. You know what? It is a 5-3-2. It's a 5-3-2.
It is, dog. It kind of was.
Because
it was a Conte Speciale.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah, it's a
Conte
5-3-2.
beauty. That he was like, let me show y'all some Italy ball right quick.
You know what? You know what? Yeah, 1,000 is a 5-3-2 because you got 5 defenders. Lucas Vasquez is a defender, and
He's
he
a
was
defender. He
and
was going deep though, but
and,
Carvajal does the same thing for Real Madrid. He always goes deep like that too, offensively.
and you know why too? The reason why I can say he's playing right back is because he's doing the throw-ins.
And it was more like a right wing back, right? Like that whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, yeah, it's
a
all the
lot
same.
more. It's a lot go for. But he was playing defense too. Like
he's definitely playing in a 5-man back line.
He was back there.
And for sure, it's a 5-3-2 because you have 3 certified midfielders and you have 2 certified forwards.
There's no wingers in the midfield. It was certified midfielders.
Yeah,
Modric, Valverde, Cruz. That's midfielders, dog.
Although when Gareth Bale used to be there, Valverde would be replacing him at winger a lot because Zidane was like, I cannot be starting this Welsh loser out here.
Pre-injury, Valverde had the burners, like for sure. He had the burners.
He was definitely, I'm not starting this Welsh loser out here. I'm going to put Valverde at the winger because I'm not letting this golfer come out here. So anyway, yeah, it's definitely a 5-3-2. I just want to say once again that formation that they showed on the screen was absolutely wrong. And it's not even acceptable because, I mean, maybe they didn't know, you know what I mean? And maybe in the commentary they said something, I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, let's get into the match.
They just be guessing those templates, man. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Seriously. It's not like an official text from the team. They just pull whatever they want up.
Honestly, I don't know why even do it. Just show the list of the players.
Like them. I like them too. There's something nostalgic. I like it. It's just nice to see. It's always kind of cool when you're like want to watch a game and you see them do the lineup. You're like, oh. It's just something about it I always like. That's fun for me.
Yeah, I mean usually they're not that wrong, but this one was very wrong. But I guess
that one is that was rough in the streets.
You're never really expecting Real Madrid to come out in a formation like that.
I mean, they used to have ones back in the day where they're pretending like Camp Prince Boateng was like a CDM. I'm like, he's not playing CDM. Why are you putting him in the CDM role? I'm like, he's if anything barely a cam, but he's really up there hardcore. Keep trying to tell me he's in Schalke playing the CDM. That's cute, but he's not.
Also, they're putting Messi as like a center forward. I'm like, can we relax, please? Can we
center
stop?
forward? Messi has never had his back and did a run from the middle like hardcore whole match in his life. He's all over the damn place.
Yeah, usually next to center back.
Right, he's the right center mid.
Literally. Okay, so since we already did this already, I'm going to skip some of it. I kind of don't feel like going back into everything about Vinicius Jr. again. We kind of did a lot there. I'll just say the first goal.
Summarize a little bit. Yeah.
I'll just go into the first goal. We'll go back into the Vinicius Jr. Miss that people probably harped on. The first goal was a beautiful interception on the goalie pass. I would say investigate the goalie, but I won't. Modric intercepted that pass, put that 35-year-old leg up out there, dribbled it up, got it over to Benzema. Benzema slotted it. Really nice goal for them, taking advantage of a defensive mistake. It was funny also because in the lost tapes we were talking a lot about Courtois, how bad he was. You wouldn't think that the Atalanta goalie would be the first one to make a really bad mistake after watching Courtois the first half. But anyway, it goes into halftime 1-0. Zapata comes on for Pasalic. We gave Pasalic a bunch of love before, but we don't know if he's a fascist or not, so we're not going to repeat the love.
Baller though.
But let's get into the Vinicius Jr. miss that I'm sure a lot of Real Madrid fans were very upset with him about, unfairly in both of our opinions, I think. Vinicius Jr., this is actually right before the computer died, because you were mentioning how much he ran. Even and remember, before he even ran forward, he passed the ball to himself sideways before he got it to Mendy. Then he's running for the Mendy through ball, and then he starts dribbling all through the people.
Like, well, how much lungs do you have? Jesus Christ, dude.
Caesar, you know what's funny? When he's doing it before by the time he got the Mendy through pass, before he even did the shot, I was like, yo, Bale hasn't done that in 4 years.
4? 6? 7. He hasn't done it since his debut year, basically. He hasn't done it since he had the ponytail. Ponytail hair, he didn't do that no more. Short comb over, he was out here sprinting these streets. Like, literally, like big ups. Like, the man has an infinite gas tank. He runs, and he runs hard, too. Like, You see some of those wing plays he does, like he'll outrun these defenders. I'm like, dog, that's insane how fast he is. He's crazy fast. Like every game, I'm a little bit more impressed with his speed. I'm like, dog, you're really fast out here.
Yeah, absolutely. So he makes the run.
Yeah.
He dribbles around some people,
Mhm.
and he puts the shot wide. When I and I'll let you say it too. When I saw it, for me it was just unfortunate. And like I said in the lost tapes, like I am very sympathetic to miss shots. I feel like I've always kind of been like that. But you know what made me even be more sympathetic to miss shots?
If he saved it,
Who?
if the goalie saved it,
No. Just in general, like more sympathetic to miss shots is when Christian Vieri would always say like, sometimes the ball just don't go in. He's and this is a prolific goal scorer, and I remember he would when with he used to do his thing. He had like 24 goals in 24 games at Atleti or something like that. Uh, I remember when he would be on being. I remember this happening a few times when like the rest of the panel in the locker room would talk about how they would like mention a player missing a shot or something like that, and he'd be like, "Dude, like." He's like, you know how many times I've been right in front of the goal and I missed it? He's like, he's like, I've been right in front of the goal. There's nobody and I missed it. He's like, not even the goalie. He's like, sometimes that happens. He's like, sometimes the ball pop up right before it gets to you. Like, he's like, a million
a
things
lot
can
of
happen.
variables.
And also even just like being someone who plays sports, like sometimes I'm running to like in American football, like running to catch the pass, and it's just like routine, and then just go through, and you're just like,
That makes no sense.
it
Why?
makes no
Why?
sense.
What did I do wrong? I even did the diamond T.O. talked about. Why did the diamond not work?
Because you don't think about stuff when you play sports. Like you don't think about certain things after a while. So when it doesn't go, you're just like, it's like, what? So I'm not mad at Vinicius Jr. for missing that. Although I'm sure the super duper managing Madrid fans hate him now.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where even the commentator was saying, I forgot to mention this on Lost Tapes, that the commentator was saying that this is something he might not be able to replicate for the 5, 10, 15 years, something like that. I'm like, dog, like, I don't know if you've ever watched Vinicius. I mean, it's entirely possible he has another opportunity like this literally next week. Like, when you have that skill set, it's like you make these opportunities happen, and sometimes they happen, they don't. Like, yeah, this is a crazy one, and like, but when you have this skill set, you can do it again. Like, how many crazy goals has Neymar made dribbling? Like, it's when dribblers can just do this a lot. Like, Ronaldinho's highlight tape is so long because he's a dribbler. Dribblers do this every week, dog. They do this every week. Sometimes sometimes they're certified ball losers, or sometimes they're hot. So it just really differs. It's hot and cold. So you know, like I said, I didn't have as much of an issue as I have an issue that when he's put in a position where he needs a score and a ball's given to him and he's like digging, it's like he's like digging his feet out from the ground to kick it. That feeling, that gives me anxiety. Like watching that makes me uncomfortable. I'm like, you couldn't just one tap it. Why did you dribble? Like the Benzema pass we talked about. But that one, I'm like, damn, dog. Like he ran the whole damn field. Like, yeah, sure. He even checked Benzema, what you didn't have to do. He checked Benzema, said nope, not there. Boom, went in, juked 2 dudes, and it's like, oh, you barely miss it. It like, hey, dog, like that sucks because I'm just sad for you because I know how hard you wanted that. I know how hard you worked for that, how much you ran. But like, as a coach, if I'm looking at a coach perspective, I'm not mad at it. He made an opportunity happen. No one else on the team can do that. I put Asensio in the game. He doesn't do that. I put other people in the game. Rodrigo almost did a little bit kind of ish, but he didn't even have the length that Vinicius ran. So I don't think that's the one to dig on him about. You want to dig on him about other stuff, I'm down. If you don't really know he doesn't shoot already, come on. But that's not the one. That's not the one to harp on. That's like literally a world. That's a lifer goal. That's like a highlight reel goal for life right there.
Oh yeah, and honestly, like I feel like I've never really heard coaches talk about players missing shots, and I've heard them be asked, and usually a coach is just like, no, like it's about getting a position, like it'll happen.
Yeah, the coaches will always tell you that They're just happy that they have a player that's able to put themselves in a position to score, or it's just unfortunate. We had all the position to score. It didn't turn out for us. It's never about like, well, it sucks because I paid him $80 million to score that. They never do that.
No.
People that do, maybe Mario might do that, but that's why he's on 500 teams. But anyways, like, yeah, they don't really be doing that out here, you know. And people will say right now how much Benzema is a god and how amazing he is, and this and this. I didn't forget when he was missing all them shots 4 years ago. I was there for that. I was hating it too. These goal scorers go through these transitions, and like Vieri said, the prolific goal scorer said himself, sometimes it just doesn't go in, dog, and it is what it is.
I mean, I think I like what you said about Benzema, because this is actually a perfect way to talk about that. Benzema, when Ronaldo was there, and Benzema just said this recently, said he had a different role. He just said that himself. I had a different role when Ronaldo was there. When Ronaldo left, Benzema becomes more of a goal scorer, but just rock with me.
I'm here.
Let's just go. Ronaldo's there. You got Benzema and Bale. Benzema is not really scoring very many goals. Bale's not either, but he's scoring more than Benzema usually. But when Ronaldo left, they're talking about Bale. They're not talking about Benzema. They're talking because they think that Benzema is just this guy who's like a facilitator,
like
kind
a
of.
pillar.
Yeah. Ronaldo leaves, Benzema's the one that steps up. Bale is garbage and got to go on loan and score goals against Crystal Palace.
Yeah, great for you, dog, against Forest Green. Congratulations. But, like, what's really real is, like, Benzema said it best. Like, we talked about Benzema's play, how he was super left sometimes, or, like, really creating or, like, facilitating and scoring, of course, in his 20, 25 a year, but in a different way, right? In a different situation. And you know, when you have the guy next to you scoring 51 per year, I mean, geez, the numbers were bonkers, like, right? Like, of course, there's going to be stuff open up for him too, as even in a facilitating role, you know, like that false-ish 9 he was running around out there, like letting the wingers attack whenever the hell Bale played games. So it's a different situation, but now it's like that situation changed. So Benzema is no longer doing the, oh, I got to go super left and then facilitate. No. People, they have players inside to facilitate to him. Players like Vinicius are facilitating crosses and passes. Who did that beautiful cross to Benzema? I forgot. Was it Lucas Vasquez?
Vasquez.
I damn near drooled. That kind of stuff right there. Yeah, like that. Especially on the header too. Oh, my God. And
yeah.
Like that stuff. I mean, the commentator almost wanted to say that he's supposed to make that, but whatever, dude. Anyways, ridiculous. Like literally, it's ridiculous. So yeah, people now he's taking a role where he turning and shooting it instead of looking up and seeing who's there. He's like, I'm getting his ball and putting it in that goal now.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, going back to Vinicius Jr., right after that miss, 2 minutes later, 54th minute, he got fouled really close to the box. The ref didn't call it. If I'm not mistaken, he ran back down and won the ball back. Then in the 58th minute, he gets fouled right next to the box again. I'm thinking that it's not a penalty, but hey,
I thought it was a penalty.
Well, the only reason the only reason I didn't know is because I feel like they changed the rule kind of recently. Like if the momentum carries them, because I've seen it go both ways basically.
Yeah.
So he was fouled
right outside the box.
The contact was outside the box, but his momentum carried him inside the box.
But I saw on the replay like second contact on the right foot in the box.
Okay, yeah, possibly.
So that's what I saw. Like I originally was like, "Ooh, a gift," and then I was like, saw the replay. I'm like, okay, like legit though, the ref can give that if he wants because there is contact with the right foot because it was like this and the goal's here. The right foot hit Vinicius there. I'm like, okay, that's second contact there too. So I'm like, you can give that penalty.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't when
I'm not mad at it either because it's like it's almost like a clear path kind of foul too. Like I mean, he got bodied and like it is what it is.
Either it's a penalty or a red card. Which one do you want?
Yeah, what you feeling, homie?
Exactly. So Vinicius Jr. like. wins a penalty. Ramos steps up, makes it.
And also just let you know, it warms my heart when I see the players like congratulate Vinicius. It just makes me really happy.
Me too.
Like when
Me
I
too.
saw Nacho like kiss him in the head and everybody's tapping him, and then you can hear in the field go, Vinny. I'm like, oh, that's really cute. I'm like, oh, like all y'all be so mean online. This dude, they showed him love out here, dude. Go ahead, dog.
And literally they tried to cancel him after the whole fake controversy with Benzema, and we're
I'm
just like, dog, that's not even a big deal.
Like y'all are just putting this ugly, toxic cloud that's not necessary. Like
Don't
literally, I've been watching since the day Vinicius got there. Benzema used to comment on all his pictures, like all the time. I'm like, that's cute. You don't have to do that. And he's doing it. Like it's so cute.
don't let me be. Don't let me be in a competitive. Caesar, when we used to go play them football games, football tournaments, you don't even want me mic'd up, dog. Like
Ugh.
I'm like
I can't even ever say what the hell Hardy used to say to me on the basketball court. We used to play together. He used to be the meanest person of all time. You know what we did after? We used to walk to Wendy's together, get chicken, talking, and hang out for the whole day. Like
exactly.
and on the court, it was brutal.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Everybody has different ways. Sports are competitive. Competition is not derived from like a true like pleasantry or politeness or kindness. Competition brings up adrenaline. Adrenaline brings out like the spirit and anger and frustration and happiness. It's a lot of emotions mixed in. And in the heat of the emotions, yeah, sometimes these guys forget that they're mic'd up or whatever, but it's all good because if I was playing on the field with Bam and he was messing up, I would probably say something like that too. Or I don't want to ever see him touch the goddamn ball again. The minute he makes up, I'll be like, my dog. It's just, it is what it is. Like, it's just a sport. And if you kind of played even a little bit of sports, you would kind of know that. Like, you kind of understand out there, even when you're a kid, it's different. The camaraderie on practice is different than camaraderie when you're in a field in different situations.
Exactly. And it's obvious that meant nothing. Although they tried to make
because he would have been gone during the winter or something. It would have been a whole different story. They would have loaned him. You don't think every single team in the country wants to loan him?
Exactly.
Come on now.
Exactly. So yeah, Ramos steps up, makes the penalty. Him and Lucas Vasquez did a very odd celebration.
Pause.
I don't know what that was about.
I'm just uncomfortable that Lucas Vasquez had the thigh position the wrong way. I'm like, yo, what's
well, you know,
it's Chief.
It's funny because when you look at Lucas Vasquez, he just looks like such a square, but it's like, and Sergio Ramos seems like so cool, and it's like that's the guy he's doing it with. So it's like, yeah, it's obvious that Lucas Vasquez is cool too.
Yeah, I mean, I did see Lucas Vasquez make 3-3-pointers in a row one time, so I'm like, you know what, he might be a little bit cooler than I thought. He might have some he might have a little saucy there. You know, you make 3-3-pointers in a row, you kind of cool on the team, in my opinion. I'm sorry. It's just you get points automatically.
Absolutely.
I'm the only one out here really watching Real players shoot hoops.
No, because I've seen Isco do it too.
Yeah, you've seen Cavani make a free throw too before.
Oh no! First of all, Cavani was over there busting multiple threes in a row.
Relax on busting shots
in Miami.
I seen Ronaldo. They put a hoop on the grass field. Ronaldo's like doing windmills. I'm like, relax, dog. Just chill out, dude. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Okay, so Ramos scored that penalty, 60th minute. Let's just skip this. 83rd minute, your boy Muriel scored a really nice free kick. And then in the 84th minute, Asensio got him a nice goal. And the
weird celebration too.
I didn't. Oh, he does the deal with pointing at his leg. I was like, okay.
His hip. I'm like, whoa.
Did he have a hip flexor at some point? I don't know.
I thought he was gonna show like a hip tat. I'm like, oh, I don't see it.
He should have just.
I'm really mad how the earth works. This dude will walk on a field and then he gets a nine. I'm like, that's not fair. There's been people that came in before you, ran like 380 yards this match and are gonna get crushed. But because you made this, you're gonna be the heartthrob again. It's not fair.
This is why I have to unfollow. This is why I have to unfollow. I had to unfollow Managing Madrid because I just can't. Fans bother me. I can't.
Yeah, like I especially this base. I think the football soccer fan base is really difficult to deal with because out of all the fan bases, I think they lack the most logic when it comes to things, and it's more just derived like biased passion. And it sucks because it's like man, you know, like from here, like even there's people that might be like Laker fans, but they'll be like really hard on their own players. And I'm like, it's like, I don't know. It just seems like there's just like this lack of understanding the true sport, like the real sport, like in terms of like what players recognize and coaches see and feel, or it's like completely different than what the fan base is seeing. It's like the fan base has been just fed so much lies and garbage from media because the media is so bad that like they have a warped sense of the sport. You know, it's very warped.
Well, I feel like they don't even care about the sport as much as they care about just like what
Players
like
and
their
stuff.
needs being fulfilled,
Yeah.
and they latch on to
And then
certain
like yeah,
players.
FIFA players.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they latch on to certain players. They want them to be something, and it's just like the other guys are making it so that person can't be good or something. But I remove myself from the toxicity for my own mental health.
2021, baby.
You dig. So yeah, Real Madrid will be going. Will be advancing.
And they're advancing past what they really wanted to be, this like heartthrob dark horse team. They really wanted this to be the Ajax team, right? The sleeper. This is the sleeper team. I'm like, man, can we just talk about these subs coming in? What is this team here? Like, what do we? Ajax at least had like young monsters on there. Yeah. I thought that they didn't even give us a good stat. Like the Ajax team before was like one of the youngest teams in Champions League. They were like, the stat I heard was like, this is the youngest team Atalanta's ever fielded in Champions League. I'm like, oh, you think I care what this team is put out in their history? I don't care about their history of fielding players. I'm like, yeah, Duvan Zapata, the homie, they got him like running wide. I'm like, he looks like Bam's FIFA character when he goes wide to do a cross. I'm like, he's not going to be able to juke nobody out there. Keep the man central. It's just you weren't ready for this. I don't think this is like didn't give me like a bonus prediction energy for Real Madrid, but it made me think, okay, that's expected. You're supposed to advance past this team. Good job out there. Good job.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, and
They look good. Ramos is looking like he's getting better, more comfortable. I like just seeing Valverde getting minutes. I think I see he's still trying to get back into the flow, and that's how injuries are. It's an adjustment period. 7 games, a lot of games. So people just get out there, don't get injured. Every time it's a game where people aren't getting knocks, I'm happy. I'm like, nice. We're just getting time together and building.
Well, speaking of injuries in Real Madrid, your boy Eden Hazard came off injury, got in the game, 15 minutes, injured again, out 4 to 6 weeks.
It's like I
Does
saw him come in the game. I'm watching the game. I'm like, oh, is that Eden?
literally forget about him. Forget about him.
Okay. Ran a little bit, came over. I'm like, all right, well, I wonder how he's going to do against Atalanta. Get some tweet at 2 a.m. because it's like Spain. It's like 9 or something like that. Oh, Eden Hazard out for 6 weeks. I'm like, what? You played? Why did you even come and play? Stay your ass home eating Dunkin' Donuts. Why are you coming to play, dude? Because now I can't trade you. You're hurt.
Does this dude know how to stretch?
Like he's probably like you. When he get injured, he doesn't want to use ice packs. That's what's going on. He don't want to use the ice packs, and now we're waiting 15 years for this man to come back on the field when it could have been 3 months.
First of all,
I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if he needs to go vegan. I don't know what it consists of his life. Just know that I don't like to read into comments. I don't like reading into like comments, but he was saying weird stuff leading into this, things that you don't usually promote as a professional athlete, making jokes about looking at the pantry, stuff like that. I'm like, look, that's all fun and games until you start getting hurt. Until your production, then it's like, well, you put this information out there. You told people this is what the deal is, and I don't know how everybody's objective like We Made It is. Someone like us on We Made It, I say that, I go, hey, dog, you was kind of promoting an unhealthy lifestyle a little bit as a joke, and now I'm going to kind of look at that stuff. I don't know what you got going on in your personal life, but or it's just a running bad luck. I don't know, but it's rough, and it's not looking good because the other man is old and hitting 770, and you're over here just sitting 770 on the goal, minutes on off playing. Like it's been a long time. I was reading that paper, that timeline that Bleacher Report put out. That was like the amount of time he missed. It was like crazy. It was like comes in, plays 1 game, leaves 2 months. Do 1 game, 2 months. I'm like, the guy has literally not played the sport. And we had a whole coronavirus for this man to heal. We had a whole virus for him to heal. Man City and two legs were like 6 months apart, and we still barely had him. Like, come on, dude.
I mean, it's crazy. Like, I don't know what's up with him as a player, but I'm just gonna like be ratchet. I feel like La Liga is just like too real for him, and I'm gonna compare it to another. Like, people be hating on Liga, but I've seen many players come from Liga and go to La Liga and be ballers. And I'm gonna compare it to somebody else who I just seen. When I saw him come back just recently, I was totally shocked because I seen somebody step on his whole ankle and they had to have him out on a stretcher. He was crying, screaming. I thought he broke his leg. I thought I thought there was like a whole like fracture on his ankle. Lucas Ocampos came from Marseille, came to Sevilla, and is their best player.
No cap.
They won Europa. He's their best player. And he's playing, and I couldn't believe he came back from that. The dude stepped on his whole ankle. He's screaming. I think I tweeted something like, "Damn, dude, I hope he's okay in his career." I thought he was done.
That was writing him off.
Oh yeah.
Hope he can pick up. Hope he went to college and can do some commentary.
Caesar, I was like trying to find like what's up with his injury because I thought it was like a break.
Yeah.
This dude's already back. That was just like maybe a month ago, maybe less. And Eden Hazard, your ass can't stay on the field for damn 4 games in a row.
I mean,
coming from whack ass Chelsea, EPL over there, don't even practice. I think it was Loic Remy or somebody came out recently and was like, yeah, he didn't even used to be practicing for real, but in the game he'd be balling out. I'm like, that's not no. And somebody came out recently about Messi too. Who was it? Who was like, yeah, he never even would practice free kicks in practice.
You know, let's talk about Eden Hazard not practicing hard. The dude in Monaco, what's his called? The midfielder. Fabregas said that too. He's like, he was just always naturally gifted. Like, he just come in there and start playing. I'm like, I don't like hearing that. I don't like hearing the natural stuff. I like hearing the worker.
That might work in EPL. Over there in La Liga, everybody's balling, B.
But it would make sense, too, because people kind of forget. There's been a lot of inconsistencies in Eden Hazard's career, too. There'd be some years where he's putting up a crazy goal. Other years where it would be like, what is it, that one year he had like 4 goals the whole year, but he had that crazy Tottenham goal? That whole year he wasn't doing good. So there's like up and down seasons with him, too, in terms of goal-wise.
Yeah, but like Caesar, I mean, I don't even care who hears. I don't even care. Caesar. You're going to tell me at Chelsea, I know for a fact, I feel like I said this before. At Chelsea, there is no player like Nacho. Nacho's not even a starter. You know that Eden Hazard barely even know about Nacho. He probably came in there in practice, like, oh, yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, I've seen you around, whatever. Yeah. This fool Nacho probably in there, bing, 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 this is everywhere.
No, he probably
and Eden Hazard probably like, damn, this is a lot because Chelsea don't have nobody. Like, Eden Hazard is by far, when he was there, was by far the best player at Chelsea. Like, and I'm like, he's quick, fast, great dribbler, like good shooter, all that stuff. Two-footed, all that. Dog, the dudes that don't even play can do that over there at Real Madrid.
I bet he's seen East Coast like, what the hell? How's this guy better than me?
He's like, yo, damn.
Who is this guy just murdering everybody here?
I feel like Eden Hazard got to Real Madrid and his confidence got shot because he's probably like, damn, I thought I was that guy.
And what is he, like 29 or 27?
He might be 30. He might be turning 30 this year. I'm gonna check right now.
It's a common case that's it's hard to treat your old dog new tricks, right? You had this whole habit you've been doing your career where you have this one way of treating your body. 30. He's 30. I knew
Turned
he was
30 this year.
I remember he was like this born the same year as me or something like that. I forgot reading that one
Yeah,
time.
y'all close.
Yeah. I was like, we right there. It's
You two,
hard to
you
it's
two,
hard to treat.
you 2'8", he's 1'7".
He's right there, big dog. I know what it is. He's right there, dog. 90s baby. Born 86, just like Drake. So it's it's hard to treat like it's hard to like build like a new habit, like a new regiment when you come to you're not just going from Lille anymore to Chelsea. That's different. Of course, you're going to build new habits. You're and everything's improving. You're going from Chelsea to Real Madrid at like 27 or 28, whenever he came over 2 years ago, a year ago.
28.
Dog, like at this point, I'm sure when a trainer is trying to tell him, a trainer's probably just like, "What do you mean tell you? Like you should already know the regimen. Like you just eat right, and then you come to practice, and we're going to do these things. I'm not going to like." Teach you the workout, like just do the workout and I'm going to watch, observe you and write down if you're not doing it or not. Like that's what was going on. I remember that first injury he had, Bam. I'll never forget this first injury. The first injury was weird. I don't know if you ever looked it up. It's not even listed. It was like not even they just wrote he had a knock. He had a knock and they still have it listed as a knock. For 2 months you were out for a knock? No, you were out of shape. You were out of shape. When that coronavirus ended, he came back. I know he was out of shape as hell. Yeah, he got knocked upside the head. Probably Nacho playing with him. He was out of shape. They give him time, whatever, come back. He comes back, gets injured. Your body can't work. It just doesn't work like this. And even at this age, if you're trying to change it, your body's not going to respond neither. He has a lot of wear and tear on that legs. He's a short, fast, strong. Like his build is the kind of build that people don't have a lot of longevity because it's very demanding to have that kind of torque on your body. So, you got to come in already having this regimen. What was it they saying about Ronaldo? This dude like didn't eat like any grease on food for like 6 years, some crazy number. People like that are Real Madrid, dog. I'm sure we can make fun of Ramos. I'm pretty sure it's a crazy good diet, too. These guys don't play around, dog. I can only imagine how healthy Modric is. He probably touches nothing.
Caesar, I remember that thing on PSG show. They were like, yeah, we make a birthday cake. They don't even touch it.
They probably I barely have sugar cane. You want me to have processed sugar? Are you crazy? No, dude. I don't even let my car have processed sugar. It's all sugar cane in my car. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. My initial prediction, his success was not based on injury. It was based if we got top tier at his best hazard, that's what would be here. And that's not what we've gotten. And the worst part of it is it's not that he's playing, he's end up producing, because if he's playing, he's end up producing, you can still move him. He's been injured. So no one wants to eat this take. It's like the Bale situation. No one wants that. Like, no one wants the player. It's hard to move the player. His salary's astronomical based on what he can give you. It's just rough overall. I almost feel bad for Real Madrid. And at the same time, I'm not feeling bad because if they did the true scouting, I do not believe this would have been the best move for them.
No, for sure. Also, I mean, I really think there is a big thing with his confidence too, because whenever we were like excited for Eden Hazard to come in, like to start playing for Real Madrid, like when I first started watching him, I'm like, why doesn't he ever put himself in a position to shoot and score? Like he just would never ever get himself in a position to shoot. And I'm just like, dog, like they didn't bring you in there to just like pass the ball around, dog. Like Lucas Vasquez can do that. Like
also look at the shirt you're wearing, big dog.
Yeah,
ain't no game here, Chief.
It was like weird. I'm like, yo, like
he doesn't like want that. Like you don't get that. Like I'm gonna get in this take on and I'm gonna boom this. No. Like you don't get that vibe from it. You get that like I'm here and if it's open, I'll do it because that's how the system's set up. Like that kind of thing.
But like barely. Like he would never put himself in a position to shoot. And I watched him at Chelsea. At Chelsea, I mean, yeah, granted, I'm sure the competition's is less, but like he's putting himself in a position to shoot the ball, and there to be like, okay, he received the ball, kind of look at his options, dribble a little bit, and just like give it back off. And I'm like, dog, like anybody can do that. Like, come on now.
Cute. It's cute that you're like that. And you know what? You're right. He would do that a lot, where he would just kind of take it and then mess around a little bit and get back. Ugh, like, nah, dude. People like turn back to Vinicius. People like to dig at him all day. I like when he takes it on. I like it. I don't care. He almost had that really dope ass left-footed cross to Benzema when he like was on his right foot going the line. He did like an overstep where I'm like, he's just trying to get it cracking. Like, but it's by any means necessary. I love a winger like that because that's what his job is there to do. His job isn't to facilitate passing. His job is to make it happen. By any means necessary, make it happen. So, Hazard, his name is dope, but he never gave me the I'm here to destroy you vibe, and that sucks because Real Madrid has been gifted that for like what 7 years of the destroyer right there, right? The guy who's just gonna do it, even if he looks bad, even if he misses, even if he sails it to the sideline like you made fun of him, he's gonna go for it again, and again. Like we've seen those wars Real Madrid's had, so. It's you could tell that system, everything is just not matching up, and these injuries are definitely not helping because I would have rather seen him on the field and then see him not doing it and be like, dog, it's just not going to work. But we don't even get to do that. You took that from us by just being injured so much, sadly.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a part of me that feels like those injuries aren't just like muscles. They're also like from his lack of confidence. I honestly feel that way.
I agree. When you don't have that confidence in you, it also like your body's very receptive to your mental state. It's
100%.
100%. So yeah, like it's not like, you know what? I'll be real. We're not being mean because it's not like me and you just watched a game and he like popped his ankle and we're like, dude, why are you eating donuts? No, that's not the case. No, he didn't just get obliterated and we're like, I mean, that's what he gets for just doing whatever he wants to have a mental state. No, he's had knocks, muscle injury, this and this. I'm like, you're having this stuff that's like off the field or you're limping or I don't know what's going on. Like, I literally just watched you play in that I didn't know. The commentator was calling him Nacho for like 3 minutes in that game. He came back. He's like, oh, wait, no. That's Eden Hazard. Like, so all of us were like, holy shit, Hazard's playing right now. Okay. And then you're gone again. It's like, you're a ghost again, dude. You just got back.
Yeah.
Rodrigo's here now. Vinicius is here. Yeah. It's like, dog, what's the deal?
And Real Madrid
saved people there now. We got to make a decision soon. All of them are right footer. What are we gonna do here?
Yeah, and I feel like Real Madrid saved a lot of money by not like making any purchases of players, not like getting any players. So like they might be looking to offload Hazard.
Yeah, and I know I heard that they use a lot of that money from Champions League to rebuild the stadium, and then coronavirus happened, so they weren't even making a ton of money anyway. So they had to keep saving money, and then things are opening up. They're reportedly talking about the summer is going to open up like the first tournaments with audiences. So they want to be able to set up again, and then money's going to start coming in again. It's like they might want to offload you just to secure those last debt, dude. A little bit of that debt because I know they collected debt these last couple of years. Probably want to offload some of that too. And you're a big salary, not paying no burn, man.
Feel me? Speaking of another player that and maybe Real Madrid. This player being, I want to say this, and I say this with confidence. Cristiano Ronaldo, the African, is the most intimidating player with the ball at his feet. And it's not just because of his skill right now, but is the reputation that he's built up over the years of being fearless and extremely athletic and fast and great moves, but being fearless and being just a demon on the pitch and scoring them goals, putting him in the back of the net. The most intimidating player with the ball at his feet. And Eden Hazard, for whatever reason, can't just get a little bit of that. But Juve lost in Champions League. They're out of Champions League it happens every time. It's happened pretty badly since
this is worse though.
Oh yeah, for sure. And there's of course the rumors that he may go back to Real Madrid, go back to Man United. Caesar, I'm here to ask you 2 questions. Now I'm going to ask you this first question. You're going to have the urge to go off. You're going to have the urge to go all the way off, and I will allow it. Is Juventus that bad? Sans Ronaldo with like, let's just forget about Ronaldo as a team. Is Juve that bad that they should have gone out to Ajax and Porto like this?
Porto, no.
Okay, well let's just stick to Porto then. Are they that bad to go out against Porto?
No, I don't think they're a particularly great team. You know, I mean, I was being really critical of them when we started the season off. I saw that I always talk about their midfield being fake good, and I don't know what's going on there. I'm like, how did you actually improve moving players like Emery Chan out and then getting Rabiot? I'm like, what's really the decision making here? Like Michael Chiesa, the UFC fighter, what's his name? Chiesa, whatever. I don't even know this dude's name. Sure, man, you drop these very basic Italian league stats. What, 12 goals, 9 assists? High five. Good job, dude. That's great. But like, we're talking about Juventus here. Like, you're supposed to be getting stars. Like, you're wearing a shirt that like Nedved wore and Paul Pogba and Legend. So it's like, I don't know. Like when I see this team, I don't get that sense of fear. I mean, they did all that work just to get back their two dusty center backs. Like, you know, Chiellini and Bonucci. Like Bonucci went to Milan and didn't do nothing. Then you like worked all hard to get him back, like it was nothing. He's going to captain's band again. Yeah, and he made those interesting comments about Keane. So yeah, I don't know. You know, people, you famously said on here about Real Madrid going to that. I mean, going to Juventus. Was like the bust or whatever, right? The year or something like that, or the worst transfer.
Let's get it correct. I gave Ronaldo transfer to Juventus worst transfer we made it award. You thought I was crazy, but I've been vindicated.
Sure, he's been vindicated. I mean, give that reward to Juventus, not Ronaldo.
Sorry, it's for Blackie. It's for him.
Why? He didn't. Like what? He didn't buy himself.
Jeez, he didn't buy his freedom, but he made a decision to go there. Jesus, man.
You know about his dad. So anyways, anyways, so you know, Ronaldo, it's okay. Yeah, basically they're better than losing to Porto for sure.
I mean, I was like, okay, let me look at the starting lineup that they put out for Porto's second leg. Right back Square, center backs Bonucci and Demiral, who is really bad.
Did I tell you? I told you on the show.
I can't remember you telling me, but I believe you.
How bad he is.
I don't remember you telling me, but I believe you because he's.
Yeah, really I was bad. Like, I don't know who this fool was. They but Dental, awful. Dental Dam, terrible.
In the recaps, I was like, dude, this dude is like so clumsy. It's really bad.
What did you get him? Did you just like see a dude playing at 24 Hour Fitness? Like, yo, strap up, we're about to roll now? Like, I must think we missed regular little Looney or whatever. They didn't bring him back.
Also, well, for whatever reason, Matthias de Ligt didn't start that match, but he came on later. It was really weird. And I don't really know how good he is either. But
lick the ball. I don't hear that. I like.
Okay. I don't know. Alexandro started, who like I feel like
it's very standard. He's a standard player.
Yeah, and I feel like
the sauce he used to. He's just standard, dude.
I feel like something happened. Like what happened? Because he used to be kind of a baller.
I think he just kind of got a little older.
You think so? Okay, yeah.
He's been there a while. Like he's like 31 or something like that. 30 years old. He's not young.
Oh, okay.
Alessandro's not like super young.
Okay. In the midfield we had Ramsey. Rabiot. Ugh.
You know how you feel about Rabiot.
The one player that I thought like that I liked and was like active was Artur without the H.
Oh, Artur is nice.
Chiesa, I like. Watching Chiesa, like Chiesa has a lot of energy, cool. And he goes for it. And then you had Morata and Ronaldo. Like I feel like. I don't know. Like, I mean, you look at that team and like maybe just there's some lack of desire from a few players, and then there's just like some of them are just not that good.
The team is poorly constructed. The formation I don't like. There's no good transition from the middle to the front. These players aren't getting great service. Like, they don't have players that are delivering service, and if they can't deliver service, there's this threat. The old Juventus had, of course, the Pirlo with the solidified center more, but you had Pogba, who was a dual threat, do it all, dangerous boom shots, or a beautiful, beautiful passing. You don't really have that. People want to give Dybala all love in the world. He doesn't deserve criticism here because he wasn't a part of it. But even when he's in, I'm like, you're not winning everything for everybody. Like, it's a lack of creativity on that team. All I see is creativity is on the left side. Then you got rid of Douglas Costa, and then you have Cuadrado playing right back. At this point, what are you expecting going forward? What are you expecting? You're just literally clamping down Ronaldo's side. So even when Ronaldo scores, it's incredible. But it's like, even Real Madrid didn't do that. Real Madrid had threats all over the place, and he was the biggest threat of all and still was scoring. Here, he is the threat. Like, Morata's a baller. He can get it cracking, but he's not the dude you're predicating your whole defensive scheme on. You know what it is from the beginning. So they don't have good midfield. They didn't get like players that they don't have like game changers. They really don't. They have good players that can be a great part of a great team, but you don't have another game changer out there. And whether that's salary based, I don't know. I mean, who knows what it is, but you don't have that on your team.
Yeah, I mean, also they have a fake coach in Pirlo. Like, I know that nobody listens to it. Like nobody cares what Pirlo has to say.
It's like that one play. Remember, they got mad. They got mad last game about some penalty. And like talking to the ref, like, I'm like, oh, like Pirlo, like, dude, just get out of my face. You're like, get out of here. Like, no one's sitting there just going like, man, it's been great to have Pirlo just really bring the fire out of me. He looks like the most least fired up dude of all time. He's just mad chilling.
Caesar, don't let me be the Juventus coach. I'm about to start yelling at whoever don't speak English.
You've seen Ronaldo play for Portugal and Fabio Santos. They be hella screaming over there. They be going crazy over there, red-faced. There's none of that going on. They look like everybody just be chilling in their jackets. They just be chilling there, seeing what's going on.
Caesar, you know how much I'll be yelling at Rabiot? I'm like, Rabiot, if you don't try to pass the ball more than 10 yards, and let me relax. I was almost saying something.
Yes, and I watched the game. I saw Rabiot do his classical Rabiot. It's great when it goes in, but when it doesn't go in, it's so freaking annoying because it's not even good positions he puts himself in. It's like he doesn't have really good IQ. So it's like, in no situation, I'm like, why would you do that play right there? Why would you make that pass? You're not a true intelligent midfielder, and it's aggravating to watch.
Caesar, he has no like I mean, I hate to be repetitive because we've been talking about them since he's been at PSG, but like, he has no ambition in his passes. Like, you're not there to score goals. Like, who cares? Like, we want you to I want Rabiot to receive the ball from a center back, let me relax again, turn around. This is what I want. Okay? Receive the ball from the center back, turn around, look to the right, feint, look to the right, and pass the ball 20 yards. I know you're not going to pass the ball. I know you can't use your right foot. But do you have peripheral vision? Like, I want you
definitely Mr. Tunnel Vision. He's him.
If you got a defender like Caesar, I swear, like, sometimes it kind of blows my mind because I feel like there's some simple things that's in the sport that even like with my limited skills I do when we play, and I'm like, do these guys do that? Like, I'm like, yo, dog, if I get the ball and I can turn around, the first thing I'm doing is looking away from the pass I want to make. Like, what? Dog, you don't have to look directly at the pass that you want to make. Why don't you feint your eyes this way to get the defender to give you some more space and make the freaking pass?
Bam, if I'm going to be all the way honest with you, if we're playing on the field, it's maybe 30% of the time I'm actually looking at where I want to give the pass. Like, maybe 30. They always talk about, oh, it was a nice pass. I'm like, I just did an off look. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, you're trying to set up, I want to bait the defender. It's just normal. It's normal stuff that, like, I wasn't even taught that. I just picked it up by playing sports. It's just normal. Like, yeah, I'm trying to juke the defender out. Of course, that's the objective here. I'm not trying to give them all my playbook. It's like soccer is filled with, like, like in football, the most annoying thing is like system players. They're the worst because they're like so limited. Like, they don't have versatility. So when you get players like Ronnie Brown, it's like, wow, that's a guy that can do anything. Like, he can fit any scheme. He's so multi-talented. It's like soccer's filled with millions of system players. They can only do this or do this. And it's like, when you don't get it, it's so nice to see. You're like, wow, like, look at Ronaldo. Even look at, like, this 2-footed player. Oh, thank God he has 2 feet. Jesus Christ. It's just so hard to ask for someone to be trained to use both their legs. Wow.
I love you doing this. This is how I feel all the time.
When I'm watching, I watched so much Juventus last year that when this year came around, I swear to God, when I saw those transfer on the show, I'm like, I'm not probably going to watch them. I would rather watch Inter than Juventus. I watch more Inter and Milan and AC Milan than Juventus because I'm like, I don't want to see Ronaldo. I don't want to see Ronaldo go to this. I don't want to see this whole situation. I don't want to see it. I'm only going to watch in Champions League because it's gross to watch. Bam. There's no real cam on that team. They don't even – couldn't they get James Rodriguez? Why didn't they get James Rodriguez? Why didn't they get Isco when he was on the way out? You could have done these moves that would have been very impactful, but there's no one you just named in that midfield that really sets up the offense. Ramsey's a baller, but he's not the guy I rely on as a 10. He's more of like an 8-ish player than like a 10, a true 10. They don't have that. They have nobody does it. And the most 10 they had was Douglas Costa, and you offloaded him. The thing is, in this sport, Real Madrid suffers from it. When you give, you have to get something to replace that spot. Barcelona, they gave Neymar, they never truly replaced that position player. It's very important you do that. But if I'm a GM, I'm thinking chess all the way, right? If I'm going to give up, we're talking about Ronaldo's contract here, I'm like, all right, we'll give him up. But y'all got to start working on telling me who's next. I want to see this list of people, and I want to go watch them and tell you if I want them or not. That's the objective here. It's not like, oh, he's gone, Carrasco. Like, it's not how it goes. You need to really, like, do your research on who fits, blah, blah, blah. Maybe talk to the players. Yo, how'd you feel about this? Y'all ever linked up before? Remember, how was it when you guys played there? It's a whole system. That's how it should be. And it feels like it's not like that. It just, people show up and they're like, what the hell? Like, oh, okay. Literally, their 10 is like McKennie. Like, McKennie's literally the dude doing all that work. It's like Barcelona 2.0 with Vidal. It's just this deep midfielder doing it all because he has 2 legs. That's why he's doing it, and he can run. That's his 2 legs, he can do it.
Caesar, it's crazy because I don't know what the hell Pirlo was thinking. I'm like, dog, like, whenever I see McConan out there, he's doing his thing.
He is. Weston McConan is. And listen to how not biased we are. We're giving Weston McConan props here because, hate or whatever, I'm willing to admit when someone's balling. He's balling. He's doing his thing.
Caesar, why don't you just start Arthur without the H, Weston McConan, and whoever, just other than Rabiot. I'm like, dog, like, put McConan out there. What the hell was Pirlo thinking, dude? Like, you're already down.
Arthur, it's like, yes, you have midfielders that have great footwork, good passing, good movement. McKennie and Arthur are like a little bit different, but they're both good at what they do.
Yeah.
But you don't have that true, like, you don't have like a true 10, a true regista. You don't really have that player, you know? And to say something like, Juventus kind of always had a guy that could make things happen. Even, like we said, Pogba was that dude before who could just make it happen. They try to make it seem like Dybala was that dude. We found out he's not. Dybala is just a short, offsetting striker. He's not a real cam. He doesn't create moments of danger. What he does is when he gets a shot off, yeah, he can boom that shit in there. Just like Asensio. You give Asensio a good shot, he's going to shoot a nice shot. That's great. But truly from the circle to the box, they don't have that player that goes from the mid to the top of the penalty box. That's a filthy player. Like Real Madrid has like 6 guys that can make things happen there. Other teams have tons. Man City's full of dudes that are just murderers in that gap. Juventus has none of that. They lose. I feel like they lose all midfield battles. And even Porto had some dudes that was getting saucy out there. Then that one guy, Enrique or somebody, I don't know who this dude is with the long hair, but he's getting it cracking. He's getting it cracking. Otavio's the baller. They have ballers.
Honestly, like I feel like Juventus had a chance if they didn't start Rabiot.
I agree.
I feel like that. I mean, and it's hard to judge, especially when we're not watching the game right now. But I feel like that's the person that just ruins everything. Like Arthur's. I mean, and I'm saying that he should have been out for McConan. Arthur when Arthur's playing, he looks like a player. Like he looks like he's there.
Arthur's a baller.
He's there for it. When McConan's out there, he's there for it. Rabiot is just like,
It's so shoulder. So he's just like a shoulder slouch player. You know what I mean? Like there's people that look like they're like perked up and like they're here to like get it cracking. And then there's players that look like they're going through the motion. He seems like such a go through the motions. And and it's only excited when he's about to shoot the ball. It's the most annoying feeling. Like, dude, you play the midfield. That's the most busy role of all time. You got to do it all. It's not just when it's here.
Honestly, I mean, I know Pirlo is just like drunk all the time and doesn't care. But if it was me, I would start in the midfield. I'd do a 4-2-3.
What's your midfield for them?
In the midfield for Juventus, if it's 3, McConan, Arthur, and Cuadrado.
And honestly, Ben, I'm not even mad at that. You have to. If you're going to get rid of players, you're going to get rid of creators. You don't put your creative players in a back line, even if you're lacking. I would rather them go 3 deep with that dental damn dude, whatever. Put him in. I don't care. Whoever. Put a body there. Put the other guy, Kolowinski, whatever the hell that fool is. Put him back there too. But people like Square and Cuadrado, you need creative. You need creation. Yes, Cuadrado's amazing because he'll do it all for your team. It's almost to a fault. He should be saying hell no to this. He should be saying, yo, you got rid of Douglas Costa? I'm going to be up there then. What the hell? Like, I got to be up there making it happen. Like, no. Like, he doesn't need to play Lucas Vasquez for Juventus because it's not like there's other people that are in front of him that deserve that role more. Have Squared up there. I'm sure. Give Squared however many games or time. Let him develop into that role. That's what a real coach would do. Be like, look, this is what the lineup I'm dealt with. Maybe the first couple games we were rough, but we're going to keep doing the same formation, the same thing every single practice until this is down. We're playing the full field practice, the full field, and we're going to get this cracking. Not no 30-yard, 2-touch, the World Cup ball where we pick Germany, we swip off and we lose. No, we're playing full field. We're getting it cracking here.
I think that, I mean,
I'd be like, look, you're going to be the 10 and you're going to get it cracking. And then put him out there. Just go.
Cuadrado would be like, yeah, I know.
He'd be like, yeah. Remember when you played 10?
What's the name?
Yeah.
I would even put like Bernardeschi super left-footed. I would even put him at right back before I have – because the thing that sucked was Cuadrado was getting beat at right back. He's kind of lost –
I felt bad for him.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, he's lost a step when it comes to that. Like,
defending's really hard. Like,
yeah.
And like, dog, come on, dude. This is the guard that's like 31. What you asking from this guy right now? Just relax right now. Put him up top. Let him be up there. I'd rather you run a 4-4-2 with just Squared and Ronaldo up top hanging out. Anything. Just anything, dude. The same thing that Real Madrid did. If they had the same thing, but it's Ronaldo, like, it was Benzema, Vinicius. If you had Ronaldo and Cuadrado, it would have been cracking too. It's just anything.
And honestly, like, we saw Cuadrado playing midfield with Colombia, and I was like very, very impressed by him.
He was like a little bit right-ish on that, but he was still getting it cracking. Like,
he was incredible.
Very dangerous.
Yeah,
he's not a guy you want to have in that area because it's bad. He can shoot, he can dribble, he can make things happen.
Yeah, I was calling him Ronnie Brown because I was like, every time he got the ball, he was making the first person. He was making defenders miss in the open field as a midfielder. You don't ever see that.
No, and there's always people that can miss. People miss on the outlines and the edges and all this, but just straight in the middle.
You don't even try.
That's what Messi does. That's what the top tier dudes do. They make people miss anywhere, all over the place.
Exactly.
So making him play fullback, I'm like, can we just stop this, please? Can we stop?
It might
Yeah,
be
it'd be great
racist.
when everybody's injured. We need this, but let's just stop it now. That's enough. That's enough.
It might be racist. Who knows?
You got some dude in your academy, some damn Italian you got from. I'm not gonna. Never mind. Yeah,
Italian academies are garbage, dog.
yeah, but they be having defenders though. They have a body. They be having bodies. Come on now.
you,
Italy pumps out defenders. What are we joking about here?
you would think so. Okay, we spent a lot of time on that. Let's really quick talk about your boy Yunus Musah. He has chose to represent the United States men's national team. He was really quick, born in New York, literally like the next day, flew to Italy, lived there until he was 9. No, his parents were visiting the United States. It sounds like an anchor baby, but he was born in New York. Then they like went back. He lived in Italy till he was 9. Then they moved to the UK. His parents are Ghanaian, from Ghana, and he represented the England under 15, under 16, under 17, and under 18 before he took a call up with the U.S. men's national team. So he could have represented. And let me say this too. He has a dead ass English accent. He could have represented Ghana based on his parents, Italy based on living there for 9 years and playing in an academy there. He played in an academy in Italy for a little bit, and or England, which he was
there,
which he grew up in.
Knew all the coaches, knew everybody. He knew the water dude to the main guy. Yeah,
he probably
hung out with the Queen before. He probably seen it all.
Yeah,
he probably knows the Pledge of Allegiance there very well.
Probably does. And
ours.
But he chose to represent the United States.
Does he know what our song's about?
You feel me? He chose to represent the United States, which was one of 4 countries he could have chosen, and the one that he is the least tied to. Now, Caesar, it's one of. Okay, I have a theory. This is what I think. Like, honestly, I'm going here, but I want to ask you a question first. Do you think him choosing U.S. men's national team shows that he's kind of scared?
I mean, not only yes, because like when I saw the comment saying like, "Oh, they have a great project," I'm like, "What are you talking about, Chief? What you talking about, Chief? What you talking about, project? What you mean? What do you mean? It sounds like you out here excited to play against Haiti and stuff. What do you mean? Was it rough out there? Oh, did you realize it'd be hard to crack that England lineup? Did it look kind of tough when you saw Sterling and Grandpa Lingard? It was looking kind of rough out there.
Rashford.
Yeah, you're playing at Valencia, damn near almost got relegated. Is it looking rough to get it cracking in England? Look, man, this is what I got to say. You want to play for America, that's whack when you're like this situation, just like the Brazilian dude I showed you that literally was in Idaho for like 2 weeks and then he like left back to Brazil for the rest of his life. I'm like, huh? That's like Luana getting American citizenship. I'm like, how? You literally haven't even touched a foot here. You got it though? Because I'm here? How? So whatever. Relax. Anyways, relax. So, it's whack. But also, it's something that's more – listen to me here. I'm going to go there too.
No, wait. No, wait.
A little more whack to me. Oh. It's a little more whack that it's like you played for England all this time. And of all that list you had, you pick America?
It seems like he's shook. Is he shook?
You want to play for Ghana? Come on, dog. They got a rifle.
Okay, I don't expect
him to play for Italy.
Well, okay. I don't expect him to play for Ghana. I feel like he's not really connected to Ghana.
Oh, but he's connected to us?
Oh, no.
How's he connected to America? Okay, the time he walked down the street? His parents don't even know. What the hell?
Caesar, no.
I don't think he has a grandpa that's from New York. What the hell? What?
Okay, no. But I didn't.
He knows He knows more about food in Ghana than American food.
Oh, for sure. I wouldn't expect him to play for Italy because of this. But,
I mean, it's all good, and I feel that.
Yes, but like, yo, dog, England. But here's what I'm thinking, because we've seen 2 recent men's national team choices. We've seen Serginho Dest, and we've seen Yunus Musah. recently. This is what I think, dog. I think because we're also dealing with the USSF mafia.
I know where you're going.
I think that they are enticing these players with money. I honestly think they are.
I don't think it's just that either.
Well, Caesar, because this is the thing. Serginho Dest is Dutch. I don't expect him to play for Suriname, sure, but you're Dutch. The Netherlands has prestige. They don't need anybody. Like, they don't need you. Like, you're a good right back. He hadn't been called up yet, but like, there's, huh?
They be having ballers.
Yeah, they don't need, like, if you don't choose, like, whatever, they're fine. They don't need you. You know what I mean?
They be having ballers come through there.
Exactly. Yunus Musah, England, they're gonna be fine. Everybody else is Ghana, they're gonna be fine. Italy, they're fine. But you know who's not gonna be fine? Is the United States of America. And you know what they got? They got money.
They have paper.
Not
only that, they have, like, out of all those countries, probably the most a desired place for a lot of people to live. America's always been very desirable to live for people. And I'm not saying England is not. I'm just saying, like, people want to live in America.
But he's not going to be living here.
I'm not saying for him.
But it's no competition. That's the enticing thing too. You can come here and win, and this who you playing against. Like,
it's like, I already sold you on the show. Like, it'd be dope if, like, an American player is coming up. He goes whatever Europe, or he balls out. Then he's like, yeah, my parents are whatever from here, but I'm picking America because this is where I'm from. That's cool. And he wants to ball out here. Why would I hate on that? Where's the McKinney? He's doing his thing, Juventus, playing for America. He's not from anywhere in America. That's dope, man. Congratulations. You're a rare story. That's what I love to see, because that to me shows true development in American soccer. Weston McKennie's an example. Joe Gio was an example. These guys before are examples.
Pulisic.
Shea. Those are examples of, like, American talent developing. Pulisic, absolutely. I mean, the man's probably the most highest paid American soccer player in the world. Yes. Even conservative Miazga. He came here and he's over there. Whatever. Fake vaxxer, anti-masker. Miazga, who's now canceled. I'm so down. Sure. But you're not going to – I don't want to hear discussions of American soccer improving, even when it was the Klinsmann era, when it's about, you need to play from these other countries and they're playing here. That's not developing soccer in America. I turn a little bit conservative when you're already saying, like, Sergio Dest American. I get a little bit conservative. I turn the red hat a little bit. And I hate to do it. And I'm an immigrant who's a citizen here. I put my time in to get that citizenship. And I hear, the American. I'm like, wow, real quick to be called American. I was out here filling out forms, still being called an alien, but for sure the homies.
All right.
No. He gets that real quick 2 weeks down the street. That's great. No, that's great. But if we want American soccer to truly progress and develop, it's about the Weston McKennies, the Pulisics. That's showing me that maybe not even, because some of them did a lot of programs in Europe. That's showing Americans developing, more Americans coming out. So that's cool, man. You pick the easy route. I mean, it's all good, dog. You pick whatever route you want in life, sure. But it's like, I'm not going to be impressed by it. I'm not, like, hyped off of it. I'm like, you sure, man. Well, if you're going to do that, though, you better fucking ball out. Don't be coming over here hanging out. You better be balling out here, then.
Well, honestly, I don't even care about American soccer anymore. Like, I'm over that right now.
That was a lot of energy we expended over years.
Exactly. Like, I don't even care. Yeah, I don't even care. I just think that the USSF Mafia is enticing these players with money.
And I think back to your point, not only do I think that too, but I think they're also enticing them not just with money. I think perhaps some residency statuses. I know that they do a lot of work on the visas and green cards and stuff like that are very beneficial. But I'm not saying anything that's super controversial. There's documented stuff in the past of players having expedited and accelerated visas and green cards and residencies and homes, things being able to purchase through these programs because there is a lot of government funding within USSF. So you're going to have these alleyways and connections. So, you know, someone like him, he sees that. It's like, dog, I could be setting up a lot of help right now. My family and me, we could be good. You know what I'm saying? We lived in all these countries. Our favorite was America. Like, why not be here?
I
I'm not
mean,
even saying, I'm just saying, like, there's money, other things that are enticing just as much as the competition is too for these players.
yeah. I mean, and I think Serginho Dest could play for the Netherlands. He's a good player. He plays for Barcelona. Like,
Yeah. I'm not saying you can't crack a roster. Like, yeah, man, the man plays for Barca freaking Lona. He can play for any of the. He can play for Netherlands. Like, come on, no.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think that the USSF Mafia, which seems to have billions of dollars at its disposal, I think that they could easily be like, hey, man, like, you know, we can give you like $750,000 a year if you choose the United States.
We can give you a free car, whatever, home, whatever. All these things they can literally self-declare as write-offs, and it's not an issue. They could just a government place doing a write-off is all good, baby. It's all good. We'll just move it over here, and it's fine. It's easy for them. It's not a big issue. And they've had previous presidents and leaders in power here talk about even wanting to increase some of the spending to assist the programs, the U.S. Soccer Federation. So they're getting plenty of financial backing because the government here also wants American soccer to be successful. So, hey, man, you're going to see more of this, and it is what it is. Like, but do I think it's dope? No. McKinney's and Pulisic's, they're going to give the love for me. This, it's cool, man. Welcome, homie.
I'm an Uruguay fan. Okay, Caesar, I was going to say let's talk about the Messi thing, but we went off so much about like soccer playing on the field. Like we just did so much. And that's what
it's annoying. It's annoying.
This is all this was going to be about. We were going to talk. I mean, the Messi fans were mad because I tweeted about how I don't know why a player just didn't get on his left side.
The responses to your tweet were just like dumb. I'm like, no one even came at you, which I would have respected and been like, that's a great point to make. But, you know, it's shown that he actually has a high success rate there to be like, oh, okay. No, the one dude was dropping, he has 92 goals on his right foot. I'm like, homie, he scored 760 in his whole life. 790 is not impressive, my guy. Like
somebody was like, oh, he averages 3 touches per second or something. I'm like, what does that have to do with somebody just saying, I'm just gonna get on his left side? Now we're getting into it.
Also no one averages 3 touches per second because humans don't do that. So nice cap stats. Also, let me say my reply, because I replied to that dude about the first leg didn't matter. You know, his response to me is brilliantly worded response. You have an Android clown emoji. So that's just where we're at.
Oh my goodness!
I like that's the counterpoint is like you told me all of a sudden the first leg doesn't matter Barcelona because the second one they dominated. Huh? Did you not see the score?
They definitely didn't dominate. But also like I would if somebody was like really I'm just like how come nobody tries that? You know what I mean? Like I've never even seen somebody try it. Like why don't somebody just be like?
I mean, even his goal I just saw, the goal he just had this week, what was against Elche or something like that?
Weska.
Huh?
Weska.
I'm like, Weska, all these damn teams. Of course, Messi get the dope goal against who? Weska. Yeah. He's not getting that goal against Atletico Madrid, though, but Weska is getting that goal. I'm like, dog, you just like let him shoot off his left foot again.
Caesar, the guy.
I literally watch these games while I'm working. I scream. I'm like, I just don't get why you're letting this man dribble there. If he's going to dribble there, either get fouled, or just sit there and make him go through your whole body. If you get nutmegged, fine. He's too much better than you. But don't give it to him.
Caesar, I'm saying it's such a basic concept. It's a basic defending concept. The dude literally like hesitated as if Messi was ever going to go to his right. Like he hesitated. That's what made Messi get more. He was like hesitated, like stopped his feet like Messi would go right. I'm like, dog, he's going to do anything left. Just stay there, dude. The people respond
on his right.
Like the people responding is like, you never kicked the ball over. Like, I'm like, what do you actually? No, you never have.
You only expose yourself by that question.
It's a basic concept. Like, what? He's left-footed as hell. His left foot is magic. Let me just not, even if the dude turned his back to him and just like blocked his left foot, I'd be like, that's a great, that guy, I'd be like, that guy's intelligent, dude. I'd be like, somebody get that guy. He is not trying to get posterized. Like, yeah, it's just like we're talking about stuff for us that's just basic, like fainting with your eyes a pass, not letting somebody get their dominant direction / foot / hand, whatever. These are basic things that like we probably understood by the time we were like 13 at the latest. Like if you're playing basketball, you see somebody going right all the time, you start calling out, hey, he's gonna go right. And then when you got to defend him, you just sit on his right hand. If I see Di Maria, I'm gonna be like, okay, I know what he's gonna do. I'm just gonna get on his left foot, make him go, make him do something else. If he does it, and like you said, like you have said, if Messi scores 35 goals on his right foot, I'm happy. We just showed how good he is. That's it. But don't be letting him show you exactly.
Hey, dog. Almighty. You are the greatest of all time, sir. Literally. And it's the debate is settled. You win the title. You scored 35 goals all year, and every time you played my team, you scored a hat trick on that one foot. You never scored one goal on that one on the other foot. Congrats, dog. You're the realest of all time. No wonder no one else challenges it but us, because you just stay scoring with it.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, why don't somebody just try that? Why don't somebody just try? I've never seen anybody even try it. They don't understand that.
Why are you saying I'm going to get the calculator? I want to do this math here.
Oh, the 792 tonight. So yeah, it's literally like, I guess they just don't understand this concept. And to me, it's like a very basic concept. You just don't let somebody do the thing that's easy for them.
You know what the percent is?
What's the percent?
7% of his goals.
Makes percent. Right makes percentage. Makes 7%. Makes percents. Well,
anyway, about that season on a treble year where Neymar scored he had 24 goals. He had 13 and 10 on each foot, 13 right foot, 10 left foot. That's different. That's a guy where I have to really assess how to play him defensively. But when I'm looking at a one-footed player, I'm going to be mad if you're giving him that foot that he scored the other 93% of his shots on.
Insane. Basic concept.
I hate it here.
That's what the episode is called, basic defensive concept.
Thank God not the other title.
I forgot what it was.
Thank God, I remember it right now.
Oh, false CDM. Anyway, we made a podcast, episode 194. I don't even know how long that was. It seemed like forever. But just know that we're doing this. Look. Come on, guys. Like, look. Nobody does it like this.
I don't even stream with this much energy. This is a lot. This is like my heart involved.
Yeah, you know why?
Passion involved.
You know why? It's because you're not doing stream C's. That's why.
Yeah, this is real. Y'all are getting a real me on here.
Oh, okay. See, you kept it real.
Yeah, what the hell? I'm trying to make money on this on Twitch.
As
if you want me to be stream C's on here, maybe we'll actually start getting it cracking. Maybe that's the issue. I just stop being me on here.
As you talk about some money, as Bass said, what about your boy? Anyway, we made a podcast, episode 194. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you holler back.